This rivalry has been brewing for a long time, and it spills over tonight at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Jack the Galveston Giant Johnson, not as big as you might think, weighing in at 200 pounds. And his opponent, it's Jack Dempsey, 6'1" tall, 201 pounds.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
The Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson, the unapologetic first ever black heavyweight champion. Jack Dempsey. His fighting style is rough, tough, and aggressive. You can't hide from this man.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Galveston, Texas, presenting the legendary first ever African-American heavyweight champion, please welcome the renowned heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Galveston Giant, introducing Jack Johnson. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manassas, Colorado, presenting a legend of boxing, one of the all-time greats of the sport, the acclaimed heavyweight champion of the world, the Manassas Mauler, Jack Dempsey.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
This is one of my favorite venues. Get the right fight, you got a night of fun.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Well done with that counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. That jab doesn't find a home. This theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
You've done everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent or laid out there.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what? I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. Just missing with the uppercut. Holding nothing back here in the round. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just stay focused.
Switch on and get your boxing back together. Right.
Oh, he's just taking a big breath, and here we go again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instinct. Did you see that? Oh no, Dempsey is hurt. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He threw the hook, didn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Man, what are you doing?
Let's get it started in round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Jab doesn't quite connect. Punch himself out, though. Galveston Giant in real trouble now. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Whoa, Johnny! Oh, my word! Jack Johnson on the defense! What's he gonna do to get out of this trouble? And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the tournament's got to put a firecracker on the fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
This fight, and now
What you got to do? Do work. I don't want you to load up.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
punches have to hurt. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Jack Dempsey, oh boy, in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make.
Oh my God, Johnny! And Jack Johnson is dazed. I don't believe it. And it appears they wise decision to take a knee here and get that mandatory 8 count.
It's a really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. How about Johnson in that last round? What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Back into the fight. You're not even in the same league as him.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Good counter punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Down goes Jack Dempsey. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round we'd rather forget. Talking about Dempsey in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the...
Get a few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit. We can't figure it out. Good work.
Back on. Get focused.
There's the bell to start round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That jab misses. throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Got out of the way of that right hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
Get back out there.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good man.
Forget about the round. Let's just get out there and let's reset. Forget about the round.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Good. You've completely switched up.
Here comes round 7. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Can you believe this? The legend himself, Jack Johnson, is about to go! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Slick. Just stay focused.
Get your rhythm back, and then we'll go again. Come on.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
He's got to go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get the jab back. Just boxing, just be
Him. Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Go back out there and win this round. I only lost one round. Nothing.
Nice. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Just get your mind back, get your focus back, and get that jab back. Just boxing.
Just the same again. Don't change too much yet.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
So just keep him on the end of his jab. Getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
Round 8, and we're off again. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. The perfect counter lands. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
There's 1-2 straight down the middle. Can't miss it. Now do it. Stay focused.
Okay, focus. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. Calm yourself.
Just go on. Don't let him back in or anything. Don't give him no free shots.
It's a terrible round, that is. Come on, Blake.
And there's the bell for round 9. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Good defense with that left jab. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. That counter shot lands. He blocks that jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That hook just can't find the target. Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What about Johnson in that last round? Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Get the jab and don't get carried away.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp.
I need you to
Good work. Just the same again. Don't change too much. Just
get back into it. You're back in this.
This is the 10th. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Incredible work rate. Hook misses. His stamina is off the charts. Nice counter shot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What about Johnson in that last round? I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight. You have no excuse for gassing out.
Switch on.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Corner right there. The Galveston Giant in real trouble now. How are they still standing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
His stamina is off the charts. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He just misses with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Johnson in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
You let him back into the fight, and you're much better than that guy.
Okay, I'm happy. Like that round. Good work, he was thinking.
You're boxing back together and put him back in his place.
On to the 12. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Oh my word! Jack Johnson on the defense! What's he gonna do to get out of this trouble? I thought we were gonna see the finish there.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that at the beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Jack Johnson is dazed. I don't believe it. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Johnson in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Do what you're doing, the gaps will appear.
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back.
No free shots. Be smart. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. Can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight. Great round. Now, I don't want you to load up.
You had everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
Take him out. Look, he's ready to go. He's gone already.
You're better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your...
Ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Just keep him on the end of that jab.
They ring the bell, and here we go. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
A swing and a miss with the right hook. How about that time counter shot? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe.
Great round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Just missed with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nobody home with that hook. Is he going to punch himself? Oh, wait a minute! The great heavyweight champion just got clipped. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Come on. You let him back into the fight.
So here we are, the final round of the fight. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Good counter punching. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Looking to land the hook. Nice counter. Can you believe this? The legend himself, Jack Johnson, is about to go. How is this fight still continuing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. Catch and shoot. Oh my word! Jack Johnson on the defense. What's he gonna do to get out of this trouble? It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. In a mild upset, we have a draw here.
A draw? Ooh, listen to that crowd. Nobody's happy with that. Why? Because the build-up was ridiculous. The things that were said were ridiculous. But these two fighters were evenly matched. And this is why we've got a draw. One thing is for certain, they're going to do it all over again.